Hi everyone, Rich Karuba for bowlingball.com. Let's talk about sighting your bowling target. We've got an article posted in Bowlversity section of our website, and you probably glanced over it as you arrived at this video. If you haven't had a chance to read it, and if you're a new bowler or you're someone that's beginning to take the game seriously, you really should learn how to select a target on the lane for your strike balls, and then you adjust as you go along as the lanes change or if you're making spares. But to learn how to make an alignment toward an initial target for your strike delivery, for example, it's much easier to sight or aim nearer you than 60 feet away down by the pins. In fact, when you're standing on the approach, to begin your approach, you're going to be anywhere from 70 to 75 feet away from the pocket, from the head pin. So it's easier to look 15 feet beyond the foul line in that general area where the 7 arrows or dovetails are located. And you'll notice they're in a triangular configuration. And if you don't know this, they're about 5 boards apart. So if you're a right-handed player, as example, from the right side of the lane, usually you want to play the second arrow in. It's about 10 inches or so in from the edge of the lane. And the reason is that the lane maintenance people put the highest amount of oil in the center part of the lane, across the lane, in the front 1/3 of the lane, and it's less toward the outside. So this way, if you miss your target inside a little, it'll skid the ball and hold the line for you. And if you miss your target outside a little bit and you have a little hook ball delivery, the ball will gain some traction and hook back for you. So it gives you some forgiveness. And actually, if you're lined up right on your particular lane condition, you'll get a little help from the oil pattern to guide your ball to the pocket. Okay? So if you're going to use the second arrow, where do you stand? Well, if you walk a straight line, you want to arrive at the foul line somewhere where your center of your sliding toe, your left foot, again, right-handed players, where the instep is covering the 18 board. Just a couple boards right of the big center guide dot, being the 20 board. And then, of course, if your swing is very close to your body, and when you release the ball with a slight inside-out path, it doesn't take much of an angle, the ball comes off your hand, and the center of the ball should contact about the 13 board and go about a 3-board angle from the delivery point to the arrows 15 feet past the foul line at the 10 board, the second arrow. The ball would continue down the lane to maybe the 7 or 8 board, 2/3 of the way down the lane, and then hook to the pocket at about a 4 to 6 degree angle of entry. That's on a good shot, and if the second arrow is indeed the best target path to play. Now, you can adjust your target to the right of the second arrow or left, depending on how much hook you throw or how much the lane is hooking or the type of bowling ball you use and so on. But it's good to have a common area to sight at. So when you set up on the approach, you're aiming, you're focusing your eyes and your attention on the target. You want to roll the ball over 15 feet down the lane. It helps you keep your head steady and head level as you walk up there. It's a real good position, and that's why the guides or those arrows were selected to be that distance past the foul line. Majority of bowlers, top amateur players, professionals and so on, will sight in that range. There are exceptions where people will sight closer or further. And you want to work with your coach, your instructor, if you have any questions about what's the best place to sight for you. However, generally speaking, the arrows are a good place to sight. You want to make sure that you learn where to line up to play the target that you're selecting or the mark you're selecting on the lane, and try to make sure that wherever you stand, you know where you're going to slide when you arrive at the foul line. You don't want to line up and then drift off path, and then the target you select is incorrect. It'll make you change the path of your arm swing, and most likely an errant delivery will occur. So be careful about that. Check with your special coach. You can read our article. It's good for you new bowlers that are working on your game and you want to get better, and you want to learn how to target bowl and how to line up accordingly. So we have that article for you. We hope you check it out. Thank you.